Picture this, you just spent $20,000 to get a brand new bathroom, and then you have your toothbrush sitting about 3 feet away from your toilet that can spray microscopic particles out in the air every time you flush. Gross, right? And that's exactly the problem with American bathroom design today. It lacks some of the very efficient and built-in and eco-friendly features that Japanese bathrooms have been using for decades. That's why today I'm bringing you 7 Japanese bathroom features that are pure genius that we definitely should be adopting in American bathrooms today. And make sure you stick around to the end because we are going to do a deep dive on those amazing high-tech Japanese toilets that I'm sure you've heard about. But first, we're going to kick it off with a shower head discussion. And trust me, this might be one of the most surprising ones on this list. And these specific shower heads are going absolutely viral all over TikTok. Here in America, the shower head is just typically a nozzle. The shower comes on and water comes out, and you might have a few different styles and spray heads, but it's very basic, right? You have streams of water coming from each head. Maybe you can make some adjustments, but that's about it. But in Japan, they are actually engineering shower heads completely differently than we do here in the US. Japanese shower heads use micro bubble technology. They actually force air through tiny nozzles in the shower head to create these micro, teeny tiny bubbles that are in the stream of water, and it actually can turn the water a milky white color. And these micro bubbles have a purpose. They actually are small enough to enter your hair follicles and your pores to carry away oil and dirt much better than just a normal stream of water. So they can actually get your body and your face cleaner. And many of their shower heads actually have filters in it to filter out some chlorine and minerals that actually can make your hair very dry and brittle. A lot of people report that their skin and their hair feels softer and cleaner after they use these micro bubble shower heads. The best part is you can actually get these without doing any demo. Like I said, they're all over TikTok, so you could buy one on TikTok Shop. But these shower heads can actually screw onto your existing pipe, and they're very easy to install in just a few minutes. And you can buy these Japanese style micro bubble shower heads that even have filtration on them for around $50 to $150. I will link to a few of the ones that I found that have really great reviews down below. What do you think about micro bubble technology? Would you like to try it, or is that something you want to skip? I'm really curious. My husband really wants to try it out too because he thinks filtering your shower water is better for you, but I'd love to know what you think, so let me know down in the comments below. Now let's talk about the bathtub itself that we have in our current American bathrooms. A lot of people have a bathtub. It's just very long. It fits in your standard bathroom size. And it might be shallow. I feel like a lot of bathtubs today are getting a lot more shallow. They're not as tall as they used to be, and they might not be that comfortable to actually sit in for very long periods of time. And a lot of these tubs are designed for you to lay down. But if you are a human adult, a lot of times your knees and your arms are sticking outside of the tub because it's really not possible to lay down and submerge your whole body. And because they're so long, they do take up a lot of room in a bathroom, especially a freestanding tub. Well, the Japanese have a solution for all this with their ofuro tubs, which I'm probably butchering that name because I am from the Midwest and I don't pronounce everything right. And these ofuro tubs are definitely going to be deeper, meaning taller from the floor to the top of the tub, and they're not going to be as long as an American tub. And a lot of these tubs have a built-in seat, and when you're sitting in the tub and have it full with water, it actually comes all the way up to your chin. It makes the experience much more immersive, much more like a spa, which we all want our bathrooms to be, and it really is great if you want to have a good soak in that hot water. And it takes up a lot less room than an American tub because they're not as long. So that's something that you can consider if you are remodeling and you are going to be replacing either a built-in or a freestanding bathtub, of getting one of these ofuro style soaking tubs. And it really gives you that instant spa upgrade, and it's gonna be something that not anybody else has on your block. Oh, and if you're new around here, my name's Carrie. I'm a self-taught designer as well as founder of the blog Penny Modern, and I've been redoing kitchens and bathrooms on a budget for over a decade. This next very common Japanese bathroom feature is something that really solves a problem that a lot of Americans have in their bathroom, and that is around proper ventilation. A lot of us do have a bathroom fan, and a lot of times we just accept that they're very loud, very noisy, and honestly, a lot of them don't do that great of a job removing the steam from the bathroom. A lot of times your towels are still damp, they don't dry that fast, or maybe it doesn't take odors out fast enough, and we've just accepted that this is the way that things are. But in Japan, the bathroom exhaust fan or bathroom fan is not something that's just a one-hit wonder. It doesn't just exhaust the air out of the bathroom. It is multifunctional and highly advanced. It can act as a powerful space heater in the winter, for example, so you're not freezing when you get out of your shower. And it also can help cool your bathroom in the summer, which is also amazing. And it's also a dedicated room dryer, so you can actually hang your laundry in your bathroom in Japan and turn on this dryer and it will dry your clothes. A lot of people there don't actually have a clothes dryer that's very common here in the US. They actually use your bathroom to dry your clothing, which I think is just absolutely amazing. So you basically hang up all your wet clothing. You can also hang your wet towels, close the door and turn on that fan, and it basically will dry the clothes. It also has a side benefit of preventing a lot of mold and mildew from happening in your bathroom, and we all know that's a common problem here. And you can actually find these multifunction bathroom fans on a variety of different websites. I will link to some of those down below. And it is a nice little upgrade that you can add in place of your existing exhaust fan. So maybe if you have a handyman or if you're handy yourself, this would be an easy upgrade for you to replace your noisy old exhaust fan. What if you are thinking about doing either a small bathroom remodel or a major bathroom remodel? I've got a great free resource for you. If you're having trouble envisioning the different finishes and tiles and what your place is going to look like, I've got this great AI design tool called Bathroom Design Magic, and it's going to help you reimagine your bathroom. You upload a picture and you pick a new design style or even new color palettes, and it will redesign your space, but it still looks like your bathroom, but it's just updated. And then you also can even get product recommendations for how to make that design come to life. And the best part is you get 2 free designs for free on me. Go to bathroomdesignmagic.com and let's get back to the video. This next amazing Japanese bathroom feature is something that once you have it, you don't want to go back, especially if you share the bathroom with a spouse like I do. Now here in America, we typically have a bathroom that is all one room. You have your sink, you have your toilet, and you have your shower. And a lot of times it's in that order. Several of my homes have the same layout where it's vanity, toilet, shower, right? And it's all in one room, which can make it difficult when you're getting ready in the morning to really share that space with somebody else. And if you only have one bathroom in your house, like I did when we were growing up, it makes it hard when you have guests and things like that. But in Japanese bathrooms, they actually have their toilet in a separate, completely separate room, separate from the vanity and the shower. And I feel like in luxury homes or maybe very large homes in the US, we do have that feature, but it's considered a luxury. But in Japan, it is very common practice. And you can get this in a number of ways. I would say if you are building a new home or maybe you are doing a major remodel, you might want to discuss with your designer adding a water closet that is just going to house your toilet. Oh, and speaking of toilets, make sure you stick around for that last feature, which is a deep dive into those high-tech Japanese toilets. You are not going to want to miss this. Now, we obviously have tons of towels that we're going to be using in our bathroom because that's just the way it is. And we're used to just putting our towel on the towel bar or maybe on a hook and hoping that it's dry the next time that you use it. A lot of us do take more than one shower a day. Like my husband, a lot of times he'll take a shower in the morning and then when he works out, and a lot of times his towel is not dry by the time he is going to be using it later in the day. Or if you live in a very humid area, it can take a lot longer for towels to dry when they're hanging in their bathroom if you have a place where you're at 80, 90, 100% humidity. But in Japan, along with a lot of European bathrooms, they take drying out your towels very seriously. And they actually use heated towel racks. And these are going to be either something that you plug into your wall and you mount on your wall, or they can be hardwired into your wall as well. And they gently heat those metal bars, and that way it helps dry the towel much more quickly. So that way, instead of a cold, damp towel that you're reaching for when you get out of the shower, you have a nice, warm, dry towel every time you bathe. And this is actually one that you can get fairly easily here in the US. You can get these heated towel racks, and they actually plug in to an outlet if you do have one in the right place in your bathroom. And I will link to some of those heated towel racks that you can plug in down in the description. Now let's talk about the bathing area. A lot of times the typical setup is going to be a tub shower combo, or you might have, if you have a larger bathroom, a dedicated bathtub and then a separate shower. And you do have to contain a lot of the water. Obviously, if you have a freestanding shower, you're going to need shower doors or shower curtains or something to contain that water. But it is very common here that you're going to have regular flooring between your bathtub and your shower. It's going to get wet, it's going to get drips on it, so it definitely needs to be waterproof. But if you don't have the right flooring, it can get warped. Maybe you have wood or you have bamboo or something that can get warped and stained. But in Japan, the entire bathing room is designed to be a wet room. So what does that mean? That means the shower and the tub are actually designed into the same completely waterproofed space. And the floor in that area is slightly sloped to a central drain, and it's usually tile as well. A lot of people in Japan, they actually sit on a stool and they bathe themselves first and get themselves clean, maybe with a handheld shower and a little bucket, and they get themselves very clean. And then they step into that beautiful ofuro tub for a nice long soak. And also, I was doing some research, and it does appear that certain family members do even share the water because they are very eco-friendly there. So one family member, which is why they want to get perfectly clean, might soak in that tub, and sometimes they put a cover on it, and then the next family member will use that hot tub water so they're not wasting tons of water. But they all get to have that nice, relaxing, stress-releasing, meditative soak that ofuro tub really offers by having that wet room. And the beauty of that too is that as you're bathing yourself outside of the bathtub, if everything is waterproof and everything is tile, you're not going to ruin your drywall, you're not going to ruin your wood flooring, and everything is completely waterproof. If you wanted to create that wet room effect, you definitely would need to talk to your contractor or your designer and build that into your remodeling plan. But I'm curious what you think about the wet room concept. I definitely have covered it in other videos here on my channel, especially if you take a look at my dream bathroom playlist that has pretty much everything that you're going to need for your bathroom remodel. I've mentioned it in other videos. My thoughts on a wet room: I think if you don't do it right, you can also just create a place where you're going to take a shower in this big wet room and it's going to be cold. But that could be fine if you live in San Diego like me, but maybe not that great if you're living in Minnesota. I'd love to hear what you think the pros and cons are about that wet room. So let me know down in the comments below. Now we're going to talk about the Japanese high-tech toilets that I promised you in the beginning of the video. But first, can you see if you're subscribed? Because hitting that subscribe button would really help me out, but it also tells YouTube that you like videos like this, so you'll get more videos like this in your feed. And while you're down there looking for the subscribe button, hit that like button. It's a great way to say thanks for making this video. Okay, so it's no newsflash that most Americans already know that in Japan they have a lot of high-tech toilets. I think we've all seen videos of tourists in Japan that are absolutely baffled by all the different controls and buttons. But a lot of people just think, oh, it has some kind of bidet feature and that's it. But I want to let you know everything that's going on in these Japanese toilets, because there's a lot more than you think. So yes, there's definitely a bidet, which is basically a stream of water that's going to clean your private parts, and it can do it much better than wiping some with toilet paper, which is more common here. The great thing is there's all these different settings on how that stream works and where it can go, and actually the temperature as well. So you can change the temperature, you can change the spray direction, and you can even change the water pressure. There's even a setting where you can do a front wash or a rear wash. So we are talking about lots of different options here. It's not just a one size fits all. Then after you're done using the bidet, there's some wonderful dryer settings that are gonna help dry everything out. So the heated seat. So the seat itself can be heated. So in the winter, you can have a nice warm heated seat to sit down on, and you can turn that off in the summer. And then the lid can open and close automatically when you walk in or walk out of the bathroom. That's a nice feature too, especially if you live with a lot of boys or maybe little boys that forget to put down the toilet seat. This thing takes care of that for you. And then some models have a pre-mist function, which actually wets the entire bowl before you use it, which makes it cleaner and easier to clean afterwards. And even some of these toilets have a self-cleaning function, and they will clean themselves. How much of a dream would that be to never have to clean your bathroom toilet again? Hit the like button if you would love that. Now, here is one of the most unique features that I've heard in these high-tech toilets. It is called Otohime, which I am probably butchering that name. Again, I'm from the Midwest. I mispronounce stuff, but basically it means sound princess. This is a button that you push and it plays the sound of a toilet flushing, but it doesn't actually flush the toilet. So you might be thinking, why would you want to do that, Gary? Because a lot of people do flush the toilet because they want to mask any of the noises that they might be making in the bathroom from a partner or from guests. And I guess what happened in the past was in Japan, they were hitting the flush button so many times they were wasting so much water. So it was an effort for water conservation because they do live on an island and there's millions of people on the island. They need to conserve water. What they do is they had this button invented that it has that sound of the toilet without actually flushing the toilet, so you can cover up the sounds that your body might naturally make. And this button is very common on most Japanese toilets. And I really think that shows how privacy is very important to them. Privacy is very treasured there, and they're not really wanting everybody to know what all their business is in the bathroom. Let's face it, sometimes you want a little bit of mystery between you and your spouse, so I totally get that. The good thing is, if you would like to get one of these Japanese style high-tech toilets, there are more and more options available. Toto is a great brand, but there's also lots of other brands too, and they can range in price anywhere from under $1,000 to several $1,000s. The one thing is, because I looked into getting these for my own bathroom, is that you do need to have some kind of electrical connection, because a lot of toilets here, there's actually no electrical outlet by the toilet. So you would need to get an electrician to install the proper electrical to have that toilet. It does just use regular plumbing, and that's the one caveat that you do need to know about before you go ahead and buy one of these toilets. But I'm gonna link to some of the ones that I found that are a great deal, a great value, but have very high reviews down in the description below. I would love to know in the comments, do you want to have a Japanese style toilet, get one of those high-tech toilets, or maybe you have experience with one and you loved it, or maybe you hated it. Do you have anything to warn us about? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you're thinking about doing a bathroom remodel, before you start doing any demo, you definitely need to check out my Dream Bathroom Playbook series. It has pretty much everything you need to know for remodeling your bathroom. It has ideas on tile, on vanities, on bathroom trends, on bathroom upgrades that you should do or avoid. So make sure you check that out next, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.